Not too long ago, I was dancing for dollars. No, it's really real if I let you be my mama. You don't want a girl like me, I'm too crazy. But every other girl you meet is too gazy. I'm sure them other girls were nice enough, but you need someone.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how do I prep my skin, how do I apply my foundation. And this is if you're going to go to an event, if you're going to go to a club, and you know you want to keep your foundation up and going for more than 10 hours. And this is what works for me. I am on the oily side, so I have to do these steps to maintain my foundation up and going. So I'm going to be showing you my first step. And the first thing you always have to do, either if you're in the dry side or you are in the oily side, you always have to hydrate your skin, because we're going to add a lot of powders. You're going to be looking like a hot cake mess, and we don't want to look cakey. So the first thing we're going to do is go in with my Mario Badescu, and this is my ride or die. And the reason I like this is because this is kind of tacky, so this will hold my foundation. And I'm just going to let that sink into my skin. So the next step you're going to do is go in with a mattifying primer. And that's going to help you either hold your foundation and also make sure that those oils, you know, stay in and don't be peeking out. So the one that I've been enjoying is by Wet n Wild, the Matte Photo Focus Foundation. And we're going to go in this much. And I'm going to go all over my face with this. So now this is dry. See, now my face is completely matte. Now I'm going to go in with another primer, and this one is by Smashbox, and this is the Pore Minimizing Primer, and this is oil free. And I'm going to focus this in the inside of my face, especially where I get extremely oily. So I'm going to focus it right here, and I'm just going to press it. I'm not going to, you know, move it around. I'm just going to press it right there on my nose. And this is going to make sure that your pores are not visible. And I'm going to go in just a bit right here. Okay, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to tap this a little bit, because this sometimes gets a little funny, a little drying. So we're done prepping the face, and now the next step is to go under your eyes. And for under my eyes, I'm going to go in with a few products. And the first one I'm going to go in with, it's the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Peach. And I'm going to add this all over my eyes. And this is going to help if you have any darkness under your eyes. So I've been using this for quite a while, and I really love this technique. So the next thing, I'm just going to leave it like that for just 1 minute, and then we're going to go in with the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and it looks just like this. It's like a peachy light color, and I'm going to apply it with a brush. I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm going to go in right under where I added the other corrector. And I'm just going to focus it right in the corner. I'm not going to go out in the outside, just in the corner. And now I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm going to blend it all out. So you see how it brightened under my eyes. So now we're going to go in with concealer. And for concealer, we're going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in light medium. And this is my Ride or Die concealer. I know if I go out, if I go clubbing, if I'm gonna go running, no matter what I'm gonna do, this is gonna stay under my eyes. And I have to get another one because this one is almost done. And I'm gonna add a little bit right here, just down the bridge of my nose, my cupid, and my chin, just a bit, not too much. Now back with the beauty blender. Make sure the beauty blender, it is wet, and just squeeze it out. Don't let it be too wet, because if not, the foundation is going to be a hot mess. And excuse my lashes, I know they're looking like a hot mess. So yeah guys, I've been considering of getting lash extensions because my application of applying these lashes, I'm telling you, I could take forever, and it's a struggle. And you know, I don't know, tell me what you think. Maybe, you know, comment below and let me know if y'all had the experience of wearing lash extensions and did it work for y'all, because I heard so many bad reviews on lash extensions, so I'm a little scared, you know. So once your concealer is done, this is the next step that I'm gonna go in with. I'm gonna go and set my under eyes. But I'm not only going to set my under eyes, I'm also going to set my forehead. And the reason I do this is because when I wear my foundation, it's going to stay there. It's not going to go anywhere. It's completely just going to stay on. And this is a step that I've been doing lately. And I went out this weekend, and I am telling you, my foundation, yes, I slept with my foundation. And I know you're not supposed to sleep with your foundation because that is really, really bad. But I did it, and let me tell you, I woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning and my foundation was still on. So yes, and I think it was because I did this. So we're going to set our face. So I'm going to set everywhere on my face that I know I'm going to get greasy. And I know I'm going to get greasy under my chin, my forehead, under my eyes, my nose. Everywhere that you know you're going to get greasy, you need to set it with some powder. And I'm using the Revolution powder for this, but you could use whichever you have. So now I'm going to press this on my skin. And you want to make sure that when you do this with a beauty blender, making sure that these powders absorb all the oils on my skin. I guarantee you, if you do these steps, your foundation, your concealer, your makeup is going to be put all day long. I'm telling you, I did it and it stood up all day long. This is good if you have like oily to combination, because I don't think if you're like in the dry side, you should be doing this, because it might look a little too drying. But if, you know, you have oily to combination, I think this is a really good method. So that is that. Now we're going to go in with foundation. And I'm telling you, my ride or die foundation is the Super Stay Full Coverage by Maybelline. This foundation, I am telling you, this foundation stood put on my skin through the whole night. Yes, the whole night. Till the next day. Till the next day. And it still was looking flawless. I'm telling you. I woke up in the morning and they was like, wow, you still look like, you know, you're looking good and shit. I was like, oh, thank you, you know, after a night of a hangover. This foundation is bomb ziggity bomb ziggity. You need to go get this foundation right now. And it's affordable. That's the best thing. So I'm going to take 2 pumps and I'm going to use my fingers for this, and I'm just going to apply it to my skin. And I don't know why I wear this, because my hair. Now I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. So make sure that when you do these steps, make sure you go in with a beauty blender to blend your foundation. Because if you use a brush after having powder in the bottom, it might look a bit streaky, and you don't want that. Make sure you go under your neck. And I'm going to add just a little bit more to my nose, because my nose is always an issue. And just a little bit more through my forehead. So I'm going to add some under my neck. So I'm done with my foundation. So now I'm going to go in to contour my face. And to contour my face, I'm going to be using this palette by Sephora. And this, I'm going to be using this shade right here. And excuse my palette. My palette dropped and it broke. So it's looking a little hot mess. But we're going to be using this color right here. And I'm going to be just contouring my face with this shade. And the shade does not have a name, but it's like the more cool tone in the palette. And I'm gonna just make sure that I bring it up right here. And I don't want to add too much, because this is really pigmented. So I'm just gonna go back and forth. And I'm not gonna go over here, because we want to add blush there, and it's just gonna look a little too dark if you do. So we're just gonna focus it right here, because this is the part that you want it to look darker, just up in the top. So I'm gonna focus this contour right in the top of my ear. I don't want to bring it down too low, because we're gonna add blush there, and it's just gonna look a little muddy and a little dirty, so you don't want that. So we're just gonna go back and forth. And now I'm gonna go in on my forehead. And if I didn't mention, this is the angle brush by Morphe. Very affordable, and I think they're really good blusher. So now I'm gonna go under my neck and put this on my double chin. Make sure that every product that you use, it's powder, because if you use anything that is like, let's say like a cream blush or cream bronzer, it's just not gonna stay long. Especially us that we have oily skin, it's just gonna come right off. Especially in the heat weather, in the summer right now, no, it's just not looking too good. So I'm done contouring my face, and now I'm gonna go in with bronzer. And for bronzer, I'm gonna be using my Hoola bronzer. And this is one of my other Ride or Die products. And I'm gonna go in with the same brush. And I'm gonna bring this up a little bit because I want to use it also as a blush. But we're gonna add a blush on top of it. But I just like the way it looks. Just looks really pretty. The next step I'm gonna do is contour my nose. So for that, I'm gonna be using again the Sephora palette with the same shade. And I'm just gonna contour my nose a little bit. And guys, if you want to see a video on how do I contour my nose step by step, comment below and I will put a video out there for you. But I'm gonna speed this up. So now we're gonna go in with blush, and this is by Milani, and this is in the shade Luminoso, and this is really pretty. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this already, but it's so pretty, and it's peachy, and it just looks bomb.com. So we're done with the face, and to be honest, for eyes, I don't really do much. When I go out, I just will add like a little bit of bronzer. I will go in with the Hoola bronzer and just add some definition. So that's what we're gonna do. That is all I do. I don't really do much with my eyes. And I do want to go in with the Alamar palette. And I just want to use this shade right here, La Costa. And this shade is really pretty. So I just want to add that right around here so it could just, you know, show a bit, because of my hooded eyes, it's really hard sometimes, you know. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit there. And you see how pretty this is? Oh my god, this is so pretty. I'm just gonna add it right in the half of my eye. Going with the other eye. Y'all see how pretty that look? And I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M431 brush, and it's just like a little pointy brush. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit of my spray. I'm gonna take a little bit of Del Malecón and La Costa together, and I'm just gonna add that right here in my tear duct. And this is just gonna make my eye open up a little bit more. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit because I want it to show, because if not, it's not gonna show because of the shape of my eye. So I always gotta bring my shadows up a bit, because if not, they will never show. So that is that. Now I'm gonna go in back with the Sephora palette, and I'm just gonna use the first one right here, and I'm just gonna add this right here to the top of my brow. Just a little bit, just to lift it up a little bit. So now I'm gonna go in and waterline my under eyes, and I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay in the shade Legend. And I like this because it stays on all day, and it's black is black. If you're looking for an eyeliner, I think this one is really good. I'm also going to waterline the top of my eyes, but for that, what I do is I close my eyes, and I just do it just like that. And do it on the other side. So now we're going to go in with the best part of this look, and that is highlight. That's right. So y'all already know which one I'm going to be using, but I'm going to be using two, not just one, two. Because, you know, when you go out in a club, you want, you know, your highlight to be popping, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be using, my first one is by Anastasia, and then we're going to go in with another one. And for that, I'm going to be using my Luxie Taper Highlighter Brush, and I received this on my June's BoxyCharm. And I'm going to be using this. I'm going to spritz it a little bit, and I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to pat it. And I'm not going to go all the way down here because it's just not going to look good. And when you have oily skin, you don't want to apply too much highlight because, yes, you will be looking like a hot, greasy mess because highlight does emphasize the grease, emphasizes all that. But, you know, as long as you have a good setting spray, girl, you'll be alright. So I'm just going to add this to the both of the sides. You see how pretty? And I'm going to take it with my ring finger and I'm just going to add a little bit to the tip of my nose. And down the bridge of my nose, but I'm just going to stop right there. I'm going to also add this on my Cupid's bow. And a little bit on my chin. Just a little bit. See that? So now we're going to go in with an OD highlight, but this is my favorite, and this is one of the highlights that I purchased in a drugstore, and I was like, ooh, this highlight is the bomb. And this is Mary Luminizer, and this is his baby right here. Yes, it looks, I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if y'all can see that. But I'm going to use the brush again, and I'm going to wet it again just a little bit. And I'm going to go in this, and I'm just going to add this just on the top. Just on the top. I'm not going to pass right here. I'm just going to put this right on the highest points. And right here. And girl, if you ain't glowing at the end of the night, I don't know what happened. Just going to add a little bit right here. And this is like on your face type of highlighter. I'm just letting you know. So now we're going to go in with lips, and I have a little combo. But sadly, I wanted to use this MAC Honey Love lipstick. And mine is like, it's done. So you can see that right there. So now I have to go get another one. I mean, I still could scrape a little bit, but I mean, we're not going to do this in the video. For the sake of this video, we're not going to be scraping the lipstick off. So we're going to be using this Stila lipstick in the shade Palace. And it's kind of similar to the one by MAC. The only thing is the one by MAC is a little bit pinkier than this one. This one is a little bit more peachier. But what we're going to do is we're going to underline our lips. And I'm going to be using this NYX lip pencil in nude beige. Usually I use nude truffle, and I cannot find it anywhere. I don't know where did it go. I don't know where I left it because I did use it this weekend. So I don't know. But I'm going to be using this one to underline my lips. So the lips are underlined. Now I'm going to go in with the lipstick. My lips are so uneven. And you know what? I'm going to go in with Honey Love on top of that because I love that color. I'm going to take this little brush by Morphe, the 421, and I'm just going to scrape a little bit out of that, and I'm just going to put it right there because I love this color. And this combo is so pretty. With my crooked lips. I'm going to fix this little thing right here because I don't like the way this is looking. And now I'm going to go in with this lip gloss, and this is the Fenty Glow Gloss Balm, and this is bomb. This is bomb. I mean, you can leave it matte if you like it, but I just want to add a little bit of gloss on it. So just put a little bit. And I'm only going to add it on the center of my lips. So now we're going to set the face. That's the main thing. After we're done with all our makeup, we have to set our face. Because if not, what was the purpose of doing your makeup? You have to set your face. And for that, I'm going to be using Laque by Kat Von D. And I'm going to go ham with this. So yeah. You're going to set that in there. So yeah, guys, I got a little closer to y'all so y'all can see the final of my makeup and how beautiful it looks. And this is not a tutorial, this is just to let y'all know something that I do personally to make sure that my makeup doesn't budge, doesn't crease, doesn't, you know, that it stays put all day. And I just wanted to show you what is it that works for me. And I hope this video was informative, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, as usual, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. So yeah, guys, I love y'all. Bye. Mwah.